Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today in store for you, I have another exciting episode of Sailboats Restorations. Unfortunately, in this specific episode, I will not be doing any restoration work, but you're gonna learn all about this pair of Air Jordan 8 Ice Blues that I am about to do a complete restoration on. Now, if you guys have been paying any sort of attention to the channel, you know that I've been doing a lot of videos with my homie, Leo Ruiz. Now, Leo suggested recently that we start up a podcast to try and bring together this scene in San Diego a little bit more. Recently, we've been recording a couple episodes of our podcast, and one of the background themes is going to be us talking about restoration work. We decided to both take individual pairs of sneakers and do some restorations on our own so we could try to discover a little bit more about the process and help one another learn. I happen to have this pair of ice blue Jordan 8s in my collection that I've been dying to do a restoration with, so I figured now is probably the best time. Jordan 8s are my favorite style of Air Jordan, and this pair released in women's only sizes. Luckily, I got a size 13 women's, which translates to an 11.5 in men's. I'm a 12 and these are well worn. They actually fit halfway decent. Let's take a look at the work that we're gonna have to put into these shoes to get them back to pristine condition. So the first thing worth noting about these sneakers is you can tell that there's definitely some staining on the uppers. The toe caps, the straps, you can see on the lateral portion of the sneaker, there's a pretty good amount of wear, scuffing, staining. On the heel side, a whole bunch of staining as well. Coming over to the lateral side of the left shoe, you can tell that there's also a bunch of staining and scuffing. And medially, you can tell there is a lot of staining on this left shoe, as well as some staining over on the medial side of the right shoe. The other thing you'll notice is this is not very much of an ice blue color. And if you actually look at the underside of the straps and some of that suede, you can see what the original blue is supposed to look like. It's a pretty drastic difference, and I'm definitely gonna have to do a re-dye on the suede for these shoes. As we work our way down, you can see the midsoles have some significant paint cracking. There's a bit of sole separation beginning to happen. A little bit of scuffing on the side panels. Take a look at the left shoe coming around the medial border. A lot of paint wear on the midsole there, so that will definitely need to be stripped and be repainted. If we take a look at the right shoe coming more to the medial side, again, paint is definitely chipped, so we'll have to do a paint strip and repaint on that. One of the other things that was pointed out to me is that on the lateral side of this left Jordan 8, you can see that this tab is starting to crack a little bit, which is unfortunate because I don't know that I'll be able to find a replacement tab necessarily. Going to the soles of the sneakers, you can see that this outsole is relatively yellowed. It doesn't have that kind of baby blue sheen to it. Now the soles are actually in halfway decent condition. There is some decent wear, but it's not terribly heavy. So I'm definitely going to be icing the outsoles, but I don't think that they're gonna need too much work other than icing and a deep scrub. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a donor pair for any of the different pieces of this sneaker, just because it's such a unique colorway, and there aren't many Jordan 8s that have similar color patterns. So I highly doubt I'll be able to find any replacement components. However, I'm going to work with what I have, and if I need to replace the tabs and repaint some new ones that I put on there, so be it. Like I said, the Jordan 8 just happens to be my favorite Air Jordan model, and being that this pair of ice blue 8s is going to fit me, I'm a pretty happy guy. I'm really looking forward to getting these restorations done, so then that way I got a fresh pair of Jordans that I can rock. What we'll end up doing is releasing individual episodes of these restoration projects as they coincide with our podcast launches. But at the end, I will be making sure that I compile all of the video into one long restoration so you can see the entire process behind these ice blue Air Jordan 8s. so you can see the process that it took me to bring these ice blue Air Jordan 8s from beat back to heat. Thanks for checking in for this video, guys. Can't wait to show you what I'm about to do with these sneakers, and make sure you keep an open ear for that podcast, because that's going to be coming pretty soon. I'm Sailboat with Sailboat Sneakers. Much love. Shaka. I'm out of here.